Hello everyone, my name is Rob, I'm from the Insane Games, and this is part 62 of Gran Turismo 6. We are doing the Super GT500 Championship, and we're in this car. It's a Honda HSV. So let's do this. I did have an attempt on the first race at least in a Aston Martin, the Vision Gran Turismo one, and I suck at it, so I bought this car. Hopefully I'll be good at it, because, well, the game said this is the average car that the AI uses. Look, see, there's a lot of them in this event. Also, Castle Tom Super is in here. Never would have thought I would have saw that. It's interesting. And again, more copyright music in the background. Yay, that's always fun, because that's not hit us before with with our content, with Gran Turismo specifically. That's not caused us any issues at all. Definitely not. And I believe part 39 or 49. It's one of those. I like this car. We're already in 13th, which we started in 14th, so that's not that big of a jump, but yeah, still pretty good. Come on, move. I still have no idea what that car is. But then again, the previous episode technically hasn't come out at the time of recording. I believe it's coming out on the day I am recording this, though. Come on, move out of the way. I'm just a dick to everyone else, and I'm just like, move. I was about to go right into that wall. What I grabbed the controller, obviously it's PS3 controller, and the sticks felt a bit loose. I was like, are the sticks on the controller always this loose? I don't know, I think the Xbox 360 ones give a little bit more tension. Or maybe it's just I need to get back into holding the controller in the right place. I think when you first grab the controller and it hasn't been used for a little bit, the sticks are always not going to be that good. I actually did see a thing about someone getting when they first saw the original DualShock come out, saying, "Oh, why has it got two analog sticks on it? There's no need for two." And then of course the first-person shooter genre really exploded back then. And they're about, well, they're as popular as now as platformers were in the late 90s and early 2000s. Which, of course, again, speaking of platformers, the Ratchet & Clank movie is apparently in the cinema. Which is weird, because I believe last year I was talking about this, and may have been during a Gran Turismo video. And I don't know if I did talk about it. I'm going to assume I did, considering I was pretty excited for it back in the day. Yeah, back in the day. Wow. It was last year. It was supposed to come out last year, then it kind of went to some film festival, and they said, no, we're going to retool it. And, well, supposedly it did, but it's not that good. So if it did get retooled, because it's not got good reviews, that's the problem. So what I'm thinking of is, if it did get retooled, it's because the people in the at the film festival didn't get it. Maybe there was a lot more Ratchet & Clank typical human, because the reviews I've seen have been, the movie's not really that Ratchet & Clanky. They've changed how that's not really a verb, is it? That's not anything, Rob. But apparently it's not very true to the spirit of the games and stuff. It's not got a lot of humour in it. So I'm and it was originally written by the writer of the games, or at least the writer that they've had since about 2009. And he left apparently on creative differences, so I'm thinking they asked him to rewrite it after it did poorly at this like film festival, and the finished product is what we got. And of course it doesn't help that Universal, Sony technically has nothing to do with the creation of this film. It doesn't help that Universal have put hardly any marketing behind it. Literally, I totally forgot about the movie. And the animation, while, you know, respectable, was done by a studio that I believe did direct-to-DVD Barbie videos. This was their first big project. Also, that Sly Cooper movie that was supposed to happen because of the success of this, probably not going to happen. They're going to have to make the budget back for this movie. And, well, this movie has to do well for them to consider making the Sly Cooper movie. And although the movie was only made on a budget of 12 million, I don't think the Ratchet & Clank movie is going to do that well. I don't think they're going to make that much profit on it. And I didn't actually realise I got up to second. I thought, I'm not winning this race. But I am now. I guess that's why everyone in this event is using this car. Isn't it? That's why everyone's using it. Well, we need to lose the guy. Well, we don't need to lose because that wouldn't make sense. But we need to, like, get the guy away from us. Which is an issue considering they can accelerate more than I can. But I have better handling, it seems like. And better braking. So this final straight coming up after this corner, maybe where it all goes down the middle, because they, like, he has the chance to catch up. But I just need to get there before the finish line. And I did. Right, so I won this race, that's good. We'll move on to the next one. There's also been a little bit of YouTube drama between the time of me recording the previous Gran Turismo and, well, recording this one. Previous one, it was Jeff Favignano? Yes, it was Jeff Favignano having a little bit of an issue with commenters calling him out and calling out a mod. Well, sad to say that YouTube drama for this one has to do with my favourite channel, or at least the channel that inspired me to want to start making YouTube videos, and that's what kind of, you know, helped create the Instant Games along with Chris. And that channel is Classic Game Room, or Lord Carnage. And I believe I've talked about the channel before in this Let's Play. This is more my like a random conversation Let's Plays, like where I just talk about stuff instead of, you know, talking about the game. And in previous ones, I'm pretty sure I've talked about Classic Game Room. And earlier in the year, well, last year, they were kind of losing a lot of money. The ad revenue model kind of happened, like kind of shit itself a bit last year, and they were paying a lot of rent on this warehouse, which is still are. Although he's downsizing the warehouse now. But essentially, he had to fire a bunch of people, which sucks. I wasn't really a fan of the spin-off channels, but there were a lot of people that were. So I understand why they were angry. But essentially, now to support them, you support them on, well, support Mark on Patreon. He was getting 10 grand a month, which was just enough to pay the rent for this warehouse and stuff. So he's like, oh well, for 2 months, the reviews were ad-free, because it was like, well, you know, I may as well make that for the thing for the Patreon. And, you know, it was good. The reviews happened, but that 10 grand a month was not enough for him to, you know, survive. He needs to, like, get food and stuff. Obviously, he's a regular human being. You're not getting past me, Nissan. No, no, you're not getting past. I should have braked earlier. I don't know if I'm going to win this race, guys. These guys are out-accelerating me so much. And that was kind of a cheat, let's be fair. Me taking that corner like that. But it was needed. It needed to happen. I don't think this car has the right amount of power. It's on the low end of the spectrum. At least for this track. Which sucks, because I tried to race each one of these individually, and it was like, no you can't, it's a championship event. You have to win each race to unlock the track. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to... What if the vehicle that I'm in is not suited to the track? How can I win the race? Doesn't make sense. I am now in third though. It's this like short technical bit where I can use the advantages of the car, I guess. But once we're on here, no, we're going to be outpaced. Anyway, yes, so Patreon happened and Mark needs food, so obviously he's a human being, he needs food. So guess what? He starts doing these small little 2-minute long videos called Who Defeats, where it was a rivalry between games, and I am now stuck in a like police blocking attempt. No, move! I was literally boxed in there. That's like the technique the English cops use when they're trying to slow someone down. I'm not joking. They talked about it on Top Gear. It was the police challenge. One of them. I don't know if they did multiple police challenges. I think they only did one, but yeah. It was one where they had to get budget cop cars. So they're like, ooh, well, we need to have cars that the cops aren't afraid to smash into things because they currently drive expensive cars. So they don't want to scratch them, I guess. No, should have braked earlier for that. Still in the lead. But yeah, anyway, let's go back. Anyway, Mark had this massive argument because these Who Defeats videos, he put up about 14 of them without doing reviews, and people were like, well, I'm not supporting you on Patreon then because you're not doing the video reviews that I wanted you, that I supported you. But that was like literally the only way Mark could eat. And people have actually unsubscribed and like not pledged their support. Like he's down, he's gone from 10 grand to about 9.5, so he literally did piss people off that were backing him. But I might actually be able to have a good break this time, instead of being stuck in a police maneuver. Nope, they have caught up. This is not good. This is probably not the best car for this track. Literally the only way I can continue eking out my lead is this technical bit that's coming up. It's the only way. Right about here. Seriously, I wish this car had a little bit more power. it needs it. And can't modify it in the middle of a championship. Also, I was very happy last week. Well, the week that I'm recording this anyway. Because we started getting weird comments. Like, we actually got people like, you are underrated YouTubers. I mean, they stopped, but at least at the time of this, but it's really strange. Like, we've never really got comments like that before. We also got some random guy commenting in, I can't remember what language it was. It was like some, I put it in a Google Translate and it didn't, like Google Translate didn't recognise it. It said it was like some island in the Caribbean. Like, it was language from there. And I asked the guy, like, you know, what language are you speaking? So I can put it in the Google Translate and I'll answer your question. Or I'll answer your comment. But he didn't reply. So, who knows? If you are that guy and you've decided to comment on this video, please let me know. Like, I'm generally good at, like, detecting languages. And putting them into the correct thing in Google Translate, but no, this couldn't do anything. I even put it on, like, detect language, and it didn't know. It translated to, I can't remember, I think he was confused because it had the word insane in the middle of it, which is obviously an English word. I'm gonna guess that there was no translation of that word in the language that it was spoken in. So it kind of messed up. Can't remember what translated it. I think it translated it something like, "Are you insane?" and then a bunch of, like, gibberish that it couldn't translate. Oh well, that comment on the GTA San Andreas 2-player video, so if you know what language that is, please reply to that. Reply to that comment thread. And if the guy was asking a question, you know, please answer him. I'm not sure if he was exactly asking a question. He probably commented like, "You suck because this isn't 2-player," as are most of the comments on that video. Which, it's the name of the show. I'm sorry. I'm just sick of answering that comment. I might just disable. I hate disabling comments, but on videos, but when all of it is just, "You suck because this isn't 2-player," when it's clearly explained at the opening of the video, literally in the first 10 minutes, and I do enjoy the amount of watch time that is on the video, I'll be fair. The amount of watch time on the video, people watch that video all the way through and comment, "This isn't 2-player." So, you know, if you're watching it all the way through, I would assume that you would have watched the beginning where I say, this is the name of the show. And it might, I think that's why me and Chris aren't doing I have footage recorded for a third series, like gameplay footage, obviously. And I haven't done it. We haven't commented over it because I don't want comments like, "This isn't 2-player" on it. The best is when they swear. No, actually, I've decided that there's a better version than swearing. It's where they swear, but they censor themselves. It's like, you can swear on YouTube, you know? It's not against the law. You're commenting on a game that's called Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's rated 18. You can swear. They swear in the video. We swear in the video, I'm pretty much. pretty sure. This is not a good track for this car. Because this has it seems like a lot more straightaways than the previous track. As long as we don't have Bathurst. Which is the one that has a very short technical, well, a lot of technical sections, but, well, it's just a track that I really, really hate. And again, I have no idea how long this video is. It's probably going to be 50 minutes again. Yay, rendering times. Rendering's always fun. My favourite thing in the world, because it means your computer runs slow for the amount of, like, the length of time you're rendering. That's always the best. I almost caught up to this dude here. Maybe I can in this corner. Move. Get out of the way, everybody. I do wish the car selection, like the car search feature in this game, was better than it actually is. Because I literally tried to find the car that was at the top end of the PP required for this event. And I got 1,000 and something cars as an option, and it was like, you need to get below 200 to search through them all. So either get rid of that stupid requirement of it needing so, like, many, like not being able to show that many. So I'm pretty sure the PS2 show up more than that. I mean, granted, I think Gran Turismo 3 only like, what, like 500 cars? But it could show all of them in a search if it needed to. And, well, yeah, it's really all I have to say. I do love that snake that's like on the map there, from all the people slowing down for that corner. We're in 5th, wow. As long as, if I place 3rd in this, I'm happy, I don't care. Then again, we did finish 1st in the last event. Wasn't expecting that one. Then again, this track has more straightaways. And this isn't even really a technical section that I can catch up on because it's not difficult. No, I'm spinning out. I was sort of catching up, but then spun out. The only way I can catch up is when people brake for that corner. Like that chicane that comes up. Or this bit. I'm okay here, I think. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! More power is what is needed. This is only the 3rd lap as well. I'm pretty sure each one of the last episodes only had like 4 laps or something. So this is faster vehicles, but more laps. So this may even be longer. This may break the 1 hour mark. Who knows? And you know what that means? It probably means the last event will be on Nürburgring. I can't remember what the 4th event was. Or no, what track it was. But it has been the same, at least, for the past few. For all these events. Now don't you dare catch up to me. Right. Caught up to this guy. Not gonna be able to do much about it though. I think we're just gonna place 5th. I think we're gonna get stuck in a rut here. Maybe. Oh, hang on, we are catching up. Maybe the game can hear my cries for help and wants to show me some lovely kindness by allowing me to catch up. That was kind of you. I'm in 3rd now, game. Can I get into 2nd and 1st though? That's the real question. I have essentially 2 laps to do so. But then again, these cars are a lot more powerful, man. Look at the way they're pulling off. Although apparently in the last lap I've made up 4 seconds. Look at the way they are pulling off. I just don't have that kind of acceleration, I don't think. I'm in second. Right, need a brake for this corner. And I'm now in first because of late braking and the fact that I took a really bad line. But it was okay, I'm still winning, I guess. No, he is catching up. You are not getting past. It's not going to happen. I am blocking you. And if you don't back off, I'm blocking you from my contacts list forever. I'm getting. Can you imagine the race driver getting like a restraining order on someone else? Would that even like technically be enforceable if it was a race? I don't know. Someone please answer. If you're a lawyer. Or if you apparently put IANO, because that stands for I am not a lawyer. In case you ever wanted to wonder what that means when you read it on social media or something. Twitter's social media, right? Twitter? No. Yeah, of course Twitter's social media. I'm on about Reddit. Reddit's kind of social media. I guess you could call it anti-social media because you're supposed to be anonymous, but still, you are talking to other people. But secretly, everyone is a bot. Reddit in jokes that if you don't use Reddit, you're not going to get. I actually know people that are confused and can't get into Reddit, and it is understandable why that happens. But get rid of all the gunk on the front page, or the default subs. Install Reddit Enhancement Suite, and you've got like sub to things that you're interested in. You generally get a good experience. Also, people for some reason hate the simple layout. It's like, we don't need bright flashing colours for a website to look cool. Bright flashing colours, what is this, like 2003? Late 90s, whatever. One website used to look like that. I really have nothing to say about that. Well, actually, let's talk a little bit about social media. Well, I want to talk about movies. The movie Clerks 2. I haven't seen it, I'm going to admit. I've seen Dogma and I've seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I did enjoy them. But I was looking at like the Kevin Smith filmography, and I was like, well, I've heard of Clerks, and apparently he did a sequel. And it's got mixed reviews. And at some point I will probably watch it. I know Clerks is in my Amazon basket right now. Anyway. What do I have to say about that? Well, I read that essentially the end credits of Clerks 2 quite possibly could be the longest in history. They're supposed to be about 10 to 15 minutes long. And the reason for that is, if you were friends with Kevin Smith, the director, on his MySpace, yes, social media from 2005, that was his track, it was 20 more. Yeah, if you're friends with him on MySpace, you got put in the end credits. And cinema theatre owners, whatever you want to call them, were not happy about that, about the length of the end credits. They closed, they were literally ending the show. They were cutting names out of the credits just so they could speed it up. get ready for the next showing, because people weren't staying around for it, obviously, unless you were his friend on a MySpace to see your own name in the end credits, I guess. And apparently he made it even longer because he kept it open until the DVD release. Whoa! What are you doing, game? That was so not called for. I mean, I guess that was my fault by cutting in, but I don't understand how I went completely sideways. And I don't know if in editing I'm going to put a slow motion replay of that, but I might keep the, because that happened on the first lap. Knowing me, I'll forget, but I might keep the I might play until the replay to see what happened from outside perspective. You deserve that because you ran me out of the way, and you do as well. I'm gonna ram you. I'm gonna spin you out. See how you like it if I can catch up to you. I'm only 10th. No, do you like it? Oh well, that's done nothing. Because there is no really hitting physics in this game, apart from unless you get, like, unless the AI hits you. The AI apparently has, like, the ability. Yeah, apparently I weigh nothing and the AI weighs a ton. That's fair. You know, I'm pretty sure on the Super GT500 I was in first, but I'm pretty sure I was in first by this point. It's just absolutely shit when games do stuff like that. It's not fair. I did that in the last event anyway as well, didn't I? I'm not trying to repeat the last episode, but I did that. And apparently it's got foggy outside. Didn't even notice. That came in either very quickly or very slowly, and I haven't been looking out the window in ages. Occasionally I do that when I'm playing a game, you know. Just see what the weather's like or something. I'm assuming lots of people look out the window when they're playing a game, even if it's just for a second. Unless you're, you know, in a basement where there is no windows. Nah, everyone needs to stop with that stereotype. Oh, I wish I could have cut that corner, and that would have been so much cooler. Imagine cutting that. Oh, that would have been great. Instead I have to play this game legit. It's not fair. Come on, come on. No, he can outmaneuver me apparently. So I'm going to cheat my little way to the... Well, I would. For some reason I thought that was like... When I heard him accelerate, it sounded like a bloody puppy being squished. It was like, meh. That's gonna be a ringtone. So I'll help you. Wah. There you go. Anyone wants to download that, use it as a ringtone? Be my guest. I wouldn't if I were you, but you can. Actually, I'd probably set it as my text alert noise. Hey, I'm in 5th. That's good. Now here's the question, can I get to 3rd and then eventually 1st? Well, 2nd and then 1st. I think I can. But, you know, it's this game, so who knows. And these guys, I'm pretty sure were in... I can't believe I kept that going. Those guys were in 1st last time, I'm pretty sure. Or 1st and 2nd. Now they are not. Now with people that actually have driving skill. Or at least powerful vehicles to stay in 1st. And 2nd. We're in 3rd, which is good. And on the 3rd lap. Can do a little bit of late braking. Which I can afford to do with this vehicle. I do think the breaking points for this are a little bit closer than they need to be. I mean, look, I hardly even needed to brake for that corner. And did you see how long the braking point was? I would have probably come to a dead stop if I'd listened to the game. I was going to say, or gone into reverse, but no, you need to press triangle for reverse, see? It doesn't really matter when I'm going at like 140, because that's not going to put me into reverse gear. Momentum doesn't work like that. I'm in second though, which is good. We just need to get into first again. Well, not again, but we were in first in the last 3 races. We won them. I think if I come in first here, I'm literally guaranteed to win, aren't I? The championship. I'm guaranteed to win the championship. Although, should I really talk about this? Actually, no, there is 2 possible outcomes for where I live here, so... Although I guess you could piece it together. Actually, to be fair, the Insane Games wiki talks about where I live, so I don't really care. Essentially, my local football team went up into the Premier League this season. They just got that ability today because, well, something happened. Come on, let's get into... Well, we're in first. Where are you? There you are. You're not gonna... I should have gotten an XX. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. No, I braked too late for that one. Also, I think as soon as I finish this race, you may hear me put the controller down for something. I'm going to put the light on because it's getting pretty dark in this room. I'm going to assume due to all the fog and stuff, because it was a lot brighter when I started recording. And it's only about 5:30. So, yeah, I'm going to put the light on after this because my eyes are getting tired from staring at the screen. Like, due to the fact that the screen's so bright and the around it is so dark. So, if you hear that, I'll probably do it during the loading screen, but if you hear that noise, that's what that is. And we are on the 5th lap, which is good. I just need to hold this guy off. I actually looked up at the light switch to see if I could have made it in the time between this, like, straight away. And I came to the conclusion, no. No, I wouldn't. I would never have made that. No. Right, here we go. We are still in first. Come on. Where's the line? There we go. There we go. Oh no, I don't want to skip the cutscene. Here we go. Right, I didn't. Oh, that was on. Apparently that's always been on. I don't know because I don't have a interior mode. And yay for copyright music. So I'm just gonna try and talk as much over this as possible to make sure that music does not come through. Well, I can't really hear it. Now I can hear it. That's great. I think it's very thin in the background. I really should just disable music. I think that's what every YouTuber should do. Just disable music and, you know, you'll be fine with your copyright, I guess. Then it's literally only if a game developer wants to be a dick. Here it is. What happened here? He hit me. Right, now I've got an outside view of that. Good. Now we know what happened. I cut in and it somehow spun me out. Alright, let's do the final race. And I'm gonna go for first. Don't know if it'll happen. And don't worry, it's not the full Nürburgring, or at least it wasn't last time. It was Nürburgring GP. And it still seems to be that. And yes, all those other vehicles have been NSXs. So now I know. Come on, we can do this. We can go into first. We can win. And we will have almost have done 100 miles. And you are not out accelerating me. Apparently you're not. Look how far behind you are. I'm gonna admit I might cut this corner a little bit. Yep, that was more than a little bit, but that's what I get for cutting it, I guess. Having to take that bad angle. So I thought that was going to spin out there as I accelerated out of that corner. I think I may have put the accelerator a little bit too much. 6 laps? You have to be shitting me. 6. And I guess this isn't 24 hours of Le Mans, which I'm pretty sure in this game actually is 24 hours. I can't remember if it was, or if people were literally making jokes about that back in the Gran Turismo 4 days. So I'm sure as hell not doing a 24-hour video. Come on, get past Castrol Tom. It is somewhat ironic as it's Castrol Tom Power, and I actually do know someone called Tom Power. So I would like to imagine him driving it, although that would be very unlikely. And who knows if that is who knows what the Twitter thing will be that goes out. Well, it's also a YouTube comment and a Facebook notification thing at the same time. Facebook status, whatever you want to say. Come on. We can catch up. I don't know how, but we can. That was a lot of smoke that came off there. You can probably catch up with this. I have no memories of this corner. Either I'm just really tired that I don't remember taking this corner last lap, or it's changed. I seriously have no memory of taking that corner last lap. But it obviously must have happened. And we've literally gone nowhere in a lap. I'm going to take this one properly this time, or as close to properly as I can. Just so I don't have a bad angle coming out of here. Which happened anyway. And you know what just came back? Horrible memories of this track in Forza, which I promised I would try not to talk about, but it came into my mind. And I may take the footage from the really old channel of this and upload it as a separate video. It's a special video, let's just say that. Because, well, it's important. What happened on this track in Forza was fun, but also annoying right at the time. It was funny, but there was a lot of swearing on in the game chat, and I'm lucky enough to say I didn't cause it. I was in the same car, I think, as the person that did cause it, so people did get angry at me when they saw me and tried to spin me out afterwards, after the event happened. But yeah, I might upload that as a special video later today if I'm going to download it, which luckily this is the last race, so hopefully I will keep that in my mind as soon as we are finished and immediately download it, because it doesn't exist on my computer anymore. It was on a really old laptop that video was edited. I can't even remember if it was Forza 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure it would have been 4, but it could have been 3. Come on. Ooh. We are in third. If we can keep this, I will be happy. Come on. I want to get first, but I want to go 5 for 5, but I don't know if it's going to happen on this track. I don't think it's possible. Then again, I've said other tracks haven't been possible, and they have been. We just need to cut that corner just to get the space between the guy behind us back up. Which, I'm going to talk about Forza again, but in Forza that would invalidate the lap. But for some reason, Gran Turismo doesn't have the ability to invalidate a lap, at least in a regular race. Come on, we can overtake this dude. And we have. Now all I hope to do is catch up to this guy ahead. Which may be possible. Especially considering he's only driving a Nissan 350Z. Come on! That is not a... Well, it is a quick car, but it's not a proper... It's not a car dedicated to racing like this, is it? It was sold as a road vehicle. I'm pretty sure this wasn't. Oh, he almost spun me out as well. My fault, but still. I actually had a Hot Wheels, maybe Matchbox. It was one of those brands. 350Z when I was a kid. Although I believe it was a concept car version, because it was called the 2003 Fairlady Z Concept. Well, no, I don't think I had the word concept in it. I think it was literally called the 2003 Fairlady Z. Which, if I am remembering right, was the concept car for the 350Z. But I could be wrong. That could have just been the Japanese name, because I'm pretty sure the Z car, or Z, I'm British, it should be Z, but I was pronouncing it the American way. Anyway, God, he's catching up. I hope he doesn't overtake me in the last second. That would really, really suck. Come on. Come on. Come on. And there we go. That was good. We came in first, people. We came in first. I earned 3 stars. I am happy. I don't want to replay anything. We got a trophy. I'm happy for that. We got an additional bonus because of it too. I'm good. I'm not that good. Right, well, we got all gold tonight. I'm surprised. Next episode will be the Group GT3 series. I've been Rob, been from the Insane Gamers. Thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra.